In this video, we're going to talk about the black patterns feature. This lets us specify the behavior of a special black gun to enhance the pattern in some way. First thing you want to do is in quick setup, make sure you change your mode to black. And you'll see here the indicator saying that the left side is in black mode. Keep in mind that this is a side specific thing, so you can see the right master is still in normal mode. So you have to change it here if you want to do black pattern for some reason on both sides. Okay. Then under your setup, make sure that your gun colors are set up correctly. Let's say that our system looks like this. We've got 2 yellow, 2 white, and a black gun on the left side. And then now we can actually go into the black patterns menu under setup and configure it. Now there's 2 types of black patterns. There's shadow black and contrast black. We'll talk about shadow mode first. So what shadow mode means is that your black gun is mounted directly behind or in front of one of your other guns. And you want the black paint to basically fill in some or all of the space between the skips that you're painting. Now you can specify the shadow gun index by saying auto detect. And what that means is that our system will automatically look at the guns in order, starting from gun 1, and find whatever the first black gun is and say, okay, that's my special gun. I'm going to use that for shadow mode. Or you can go through each of your guns on this side and just have it automatically say which one you want. It's kind of up to you. So we're going to choose auto detect. Foreshadow is if you only want to have like a little bit of black either before or after the skip. Foreshadow is before, after shadow is after. How long is that going to be? In this case, it's configured by default as 3 feet, but you can change that to whatever you want. Same thing with the aft shadow. And then the fore and aft gap says, okay, what is the gap between the start or end of my skip and when the actual shadow is painted? Okay. So in this case, we have a value of 0 for both. That means that the foreshadow and the aft shadow would be immediately before and after the skip. So let's see what that looks like. We're going to go back to the main screen. Now notice I can try to put gun 5 in the solid or skip, and the pattern preview does not change. Okay, the way black mode works, shadow black mode works, is that you have to be in line with another gun. So because I haven't turned on any other guns, it doesn't know what to do. So I'm gonna go ahead and put gun 1 in the skip. You see immediately the black also fills in. Okay, so I turn this off, it'll go away. If you put the black gun in solid, it's going to gap fill the entire length between the end of one skip and the start of the next one. So we don't even look at the fore and aft shadow values. If I put it in skip instead, you'll see there's little spots of black on either end. So that's where the fore and aft shadow settings come in. Again, it's up to you, based on your job settings, what you need to do, but you have that flexibility to configure it however you need. What's also nice is that the pattern preview will automatically update correctly. So if we need to shadow behind gun 3 instead, you don't need to do anything with your carriage as long as the black gun is mounted where it needs to be. But you don't need to do anything else from the system's perspective to tell it, hey, my black gun I've actually moved it physically behind gun number 3 now. It'll still work. Okay, so that's how shadow black works. The other option is contrast black. So you just choose contrast mode instead. The setting up the black gun is done the same way. You can either auto detect or specifically say which one I want. These fore and aft shadow settings don't apply in contrast mode. And now what happens, it's kind of hard to see in this example, but you need to have 2 guns that are not black, that are on. In this case, I've got guns 1 and 2. And then if I turn on the black gun, if I put it in solid, it'll contrast the whole way. Or if I put it in skip mode, it'll basically only do it next to the skips. And again, it's kind of, okay, what do you need to do for your particular job? What's more appropriate? But again, you have that flexibility to specify it however you need to. Okay. And in this case, on your actual carriage, this gun 5 would actually be mounted physically in between the two guns that you're contrasting, as opposed to shadow mode, again, where it's, one in front of the other. Okay. And that is Black Patterns mode. Thanks for listening, and let us know if you have any questions.